Alright everyone, welcome back to Tales of Berseria. Expedition is back as well. Perfect! Mistress's support. This is the first time Velvet puts her skill to use for the voyage.
Scout ship.
Is it gonna actually not let me find a new area until I'm done with this place? Anyway. Need to go to Haraya village, yeah.
From what we heard in Iseult, demons are attacking villages, and more people are growing upset with the Abbey. So I hadn't expected things in Haria village to be so laid back.
They might be on their best behavior because you're accompanied by an exorcist.
Huh. I didn't know you could see the world in more than just black and white.
The Abbey wouldn't entrust my responsibilities to someone who couldn't see beyond the surface. I have seen many things in my work. I've beheld both the light and the darkness in the world of men. Despite that, no, because of that, I won't turn away from the wrongs that I encounter. Moreover, I have faith. I believe there is good in all our souls.
The darkness, huh?
Yes, like you.
You're awfully direct.
Yeah! That was just blunt of her. Not to mention she was calling... Oh, I can't go back? Huh. Yeah, so... Anyway, the thing is, Eleanor has been calling, like Rokuro, just a plain old demon that has no redeeming factors. So it's like weird for her to be like decide that no, I know, I see the light and the darkness in both of you. How do I go over there? Huh. There has to be a way. Like this.
I can't deal with this anymore.
What's the matter?
Everyone's sick of all these fruit-flavored gels, right? So, I made gels using the giant cacao beans only found here on this island. It gave them a nice bitter chocolate taste. But people complained that they weren't avant-garde enough. Ugh, chocolate-flavored gels, how prosaic, bah! This got me fuming! So I caught some maiden bonita fish you find around here, ground them up, and made some gels with them.
You put fish into chocolate gels?
Well, people do braise meat with chocolate. Chocolate and fish may go surprisingly well together.
Exactly! It was the discovery of a century. The bonito flakes crunchiness and the gel's gumminess made for an exquisitely bad combo, which made it interesting.
If you made an innovative new type of gel, why are you so angry?
That's exactly my problem. I outdid myself. Now I need to make my Gels World debut as amazing as they are. So I thought up the ultimate plan.
And that is?
I'll put my Choconito gels in toilets all over the world. I'll call it the Great
Okay, this is getting out of hand.
Toilet Gambit. No one will go to the bathroom without finding my gels. I think everyone will have a lot of fun. So, genius, right?
Yeah, it's weird, but I think it's funny too.
Right? I knew that kids would get it.
Who's a kid?
But all the adults in my village called it silly and lowbrow. They forbade me from selling my Choconito gels at all. Isn't that just horrible?
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Aw, man. Things used to be so much better. Mom would make me dinner, and all I had to do was goo 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 ga, and everyone would smile and praise me. I don't want to become the kind of grown-up who can't find any fun in looking for gels in toilets.
Oh my god, that lasted way longer than it should have. Like, goodness gracious. I was ready to slap that boy up the ass. If that makes any sense. Because his commentary on gels sure as hell did not. And it's the only guy I had to talk to for some kind of weird discussion here. Now we just need to go to the end and find fortress chest. There is a shop here too. Three and ampable stuff. Cool. Stuff to dismantle. Huh, this is better? Hold on. Yeah, I've already fully upgraded my Demon's Cleaver, and this new ampable blade is just straight up better right off the bat. Ugh. Rip. Oh, level 6. One more discount. That's very good, actually. This stuff is getting mighty expensive. 3,000? Oh. Meanwhile, this one's like half price. Oh, I guess it's because of the random skill. Time you can't use items reduced by 16%. Well, actually, that's not that great. Well, time to dismantle some stuff and all that. Okay, you need to change reins. That void ring is way outdated. Although, reducing damage from non-elemental attacks is always a good thing, I want to say. But yeah, that void ring was way outdated. Jesus. Also equip the new one because it's better. Constantly attacking with her. I probably should just give her the garish pink shirt. Yeah. It does massively reduce my defense though. I'm going to dismantle that void ring before I accidentally equip it again. Ugh. Yeah, I had to go for this one because what? Well, whenever I master this, the final enhancement bonus recovers 35% of damage you take, which is extremely useful in this case because this offers no particular defense at all. What's the last thing I can upgrade here? Well, poison ward, I guess. And I guess I can upgrade this as well. Maybe not. Last silver scrap for this. And I guess I'll put Rokuro on the team now because I want to see what he can do. Just need to get rid of all the nonsense I don't need anymore. Guess I won't be using this because Cassandra Sash. I just like the name Cassandra Sash so much. Presumably the other belt would have been better, but yeah. Oh, I got another silver scrap from this. And I'll get another one from this. Cool, that'll do for now. Probably not the most optimal thing to do because I'm still experimenting with the game, but it's what I wanted to do. Where are the other treasure chests? Might take a while before I find them. Wait, is this where I came from? Yes, it is. I went in a circle. Can climb up there. That's just a bronze chest, though. Although another amphival fragment is good. Like, they're probably going to be outdated by the time I get to the next area, though. That's the thing. Every time you enhance something new, and you're like, oh, it's finally +3. No, I don't need to do anything else. No, of course not. By the time you get to the next area, there's a new type of material you need to find. It's ultra rare. And there's a new set of equipments that requires you to upgrade with that type of material. So it makes enhancing kind of pointless in a sense. Because you're constantly have to re-enhance the new equipment that you get. Plant right here is the red lavender. Okay, I think that's it for now. Now we just need to go find the inn, which is all the way over there. Oh, there is a cat's chest actually. Do I have enough souls to open it though? Yes, I do. Laughing glasses. Really? What did it look like? Supposed to make all cutscenes silly. Let's go to bed.
We could use a place to stay. Any rooms open?
Yep. Just finished cleaning, in fact. You can help yourself to that room there.
There's only one room.
All right, time to start deciphering this scroll.
Let's wait somewhere outside so Grim can concentrate.
Do you think maybe I could stay and watch? I really do want to study the ancient tongue. I promise I'll be quiet and not get in your way, teacher.
What did you just say, child?
That I'd be quiet and...
No, what did you call me?
Teacher? You said you didn't want to be called ma'am, so I thought maybe that'd work.
Yes, satisfactory. All right. I'll teach you how to read Ancient Averost.
Thank you so much, teacher!
We'll leave you two alone then. Let us know if anything comes up.
Ugh. Thought we were going to bed. Seems this is gonna be a cutscene / dialogue episode. Oh, I'm all alone? Yeah. Hey.
Banning local religions. The Abbey sure knows how to oppress the populace.
I'd imagine that comes part and parcel with spreading the good word. Other gods would only get in the way.
From what we overheard, it sounds like they've taken over Amenoch's temple, Palamedes, to use as their base of operations.
Sealing it off would be provocative enough, but straight up taking it over? Not a lot of so-called reason to that. Unless... Do you think they need it for some other purpose?
Shrug.
Trag. We probably should talk to the nonsense guys that don't have much to say. Two of them. Where are they? They're probably on here. Yeah. What? How do I go back there? Well, another one over there that I can talk to. Time.
Listen, I don't know what they told you in Isolt, but our village has its own traditions. This village is under the divine protection of the Empyrean Amenoch. For unbroken centuries, a line of his priestesses have guided us. They're tasked with performing the sacred rites of worship. And sometimes, they even deliver us his words and will.
And there's still a priestess today?
Of course. And her daughter is training to become our next priestess. Although, I sometimes feel they push themselves too hard. Both mother and daughter are giving their all for Haria. But the Abbey doesn't care about any of that. And they stole our temple from us.
By force?
An exorcist named Teresa came and heard us out. But from the very beginning, she always intended on taking our temple. Her words may have been kind, but that doesn't change the fact that she demanded that we worship her god, Enominat. In all the years we've worshipped Amenoch, not once did we ever try to force others to adopt our beliefs.
Why haven't I seen this priestess she's talking about?
She was murdered. How do I get to talk to you
Do
two?
you plan on just giving up? Palamedes is Amenoch's temple. The priestess isn't the only one whose job it is to protect that temple. It's the duty of everyone born in this village.
Why did the Abbey need Amenoch's temple badly enough to risk causing this much unrest?
But how will we protect our village from the demons if the Abbey abandons us? Besides, we won't be able to do business with the people of Isolt anymore.
Our faith in Amenoch has nothing to do with the demons. When the priestess gets back, I'm going with her to protest.
The demon blight changed everything. Will we never be able to return to the way things were?
The way things were.
So she digs being called teacher. Well played, Laphicet.
She wasn't so fond of ma'am, so I guess he figured he needed an alternative.
You can tell how badly he wanted to help her with the languagey work. I think our Malak boy's finally finding himself.
So it would seem.
Huh, that wasn't much to say. Not very personal. I wonder what Eisen has to say. He
It sounds like deciphering the text might take some time.
We should be prepared to wait it out here a while. Hopefully it'll all be worth it in the end.
I hope so too. But ancient Avarost is complex. It's not just a matter of knowing the grammar and vocabulary.
Oh? Then how exactly do you read it?
I'm not sure about the specifics myself, but from what I understand, you kind of have to intuit a lot of it.
A language based on guesswork? Thanks, old dead people. You're officially the worst.
Yakaviri were not a direct people.
What connection do you think there is between the violent demon Teresa mentioned and this village?
Couldn't tell you.
Could there have been a demon blight breakout here? This village doesn't look like it's been attacked, but...
Whatever it is. If it keeps the Abbey's eyes off us for once, that's good enough for me.
You really will use anything and everything towards your own aims, won't you?
Yep, and that includes you. As I'm sure you've noticed.
Just had to talk to all my boyfriends and girlfriends. And a couple of strangers too. Like Magilu.
Oh, ancient Avarost. You have the obstinacy of a spurned lover who refuses to move on.
Even for you, teacher?
It's this one crucial line. I can't wrap my head around it.
Well, from what you've taught me so far, it looks like it says... Sa, Popo, Mucho, Sanchon.
Correct, but if you merely translate it word for word, it ends up saying, the parent hates tomatoes, the child eggplants.
I doubt those have much to do with Innominat. Yeah.
Their grammar is nothing like ours. Sometimes you have to reorder the words, and even then the meaning can require leaps of logic and flashes of intuition.
Reordering? So like... San-san, Pocho Pocho, Pocho Musan, Pocho Musan. Can you read it that way?
Pocho Muson. Now where did you get that from?
These words are lined up, like they repeat. And when I read this part that same way, it just felt right.
Pocho Muson. If that's repeated here, then the passage turns into... the Nameless Empyrean.
Empyrean!
Ho ho, that has to refer to Innominat. I think we're on to something. Alright, so if we apply this rule here, then... It would seem to be a book of children's counting songs.
It's not about Innominat?
What matters is what the song says, child. And I think you will be very interested in the words. I wonder if they've made any progress yet.
Shall we go check on them?
Yep. Oh, there is 2 rooms. I thought the only room was this one over there.
Well, any results? Yes. Well, thanks to the boy here. As it turns out, he has quite the knack for languages.
Only because I've got the best teacher.
Careful, honey tongue. You'll give this old girl ideas. Huh? Now, child, I'm sure they're curious about the song we unearthed. Why don't you read it aloud?
Yes, teacher.
Song?
8-headed is the lord of the land, with 7 mouths to devour malevolence. Through pulses of earth doth base nature's flow, as he awaits the time of awakening. 4 Empyreans may tear him asunder, but so long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therians shall be forever reborn, in sight of the full crimson moon.
The nameless Empyrean hath one heart. The nameless Empyrean hath one body.
Therians? Essentially, this ancient text you found is an annotated volume of drawings and songs pertaining to Enominat. Annotated? Then hurry up and just tell us what it means.
I'm sorry. So far we've only figured out how to read the song lyrics.
All right.
I take it we're still in for a good long wait before it's thoroughly decrypted.
Likely so, but if we want to find out what the Abbey is up to, we need to know what's in this book, no matter how long it takes.
What the Abbey's up to, is it? I think we can learn much, even from the lyrics alone. The drawings depict him with 8 heads. One of them belongs to his main body, but the other 7 are his mouths. Those mouths consume malevolence, sending it along earth pulses back to that main body so he can awaken. The 7 monsters fitting that description are called
Therians.
Right. Now as for this malevolence, I have no idea what that means.
What about the second part?
I haven't studied much ancient history, but it said this world was created by 4 Empyreans: Earth, Water, Wind, and Fire.
And a heart.
But they also call Enominat an Empyrean. Perhaps a war broke out between Enominat and the other Empyreans that resulted in him being sealed away.
But if there is someone to connect with this divine power, the Therians will keep spawning. And just like that, Enominat will be revived. If we assume that Shepard Artorias fits that bill, and that he's trying to reawaken Enominat, everything lines up.
Which means our job is to find these Therians and cut off Enominat's heads, so to speak.
But where do we even start looking for them?
Remember, the song states that the Therians in Enominat's body are connected through earth pulses. If their job is to feed Enominat, the most effective place to position them would be at the earth pulse points.
Points?
The places where the power of earth pulses is concentrated.
Places with that sigil. Hey, remember the barrier that was keeping this bug in the forest?
Wait, are you trying to say that thing's a Therian? And yet, it would explain why the Abbey was keeping it locked up.
And there was that same barrier at the villa, too.
That's right. Do you suppose that was also a Therian? Does that mean the Therians all come in different forms?
And Velvet's one of them.
Should we go to Logres and check?
We've just started deciphering the book. I'd hate to lose time on some fool's errand. I'd rather know at least a little more about what's in it before we make a move.
Something bothering you, Grim?
This line. The one about Therians being forever reborn.
I just felt the same thing as I did in Warg Forest.
The needle's pointing in the direction of Aminoch's temple, Palamedes. Do I recall hearing that the Abbey took that over?
Temples and ritual sites are often built on places thought to be rich in spiritual energy. Could the temple possibly be an Earth Pulse point?
There's lots of earth pulse points scattered all over the world. If there's only 7 Therians, most of them will be empty.
It's not like we have any better leads. If there's even a chance, shouldn't we go check it out?
Better than sitting around waiting on the book. If nothing else, we'll find out what Laphicet is sensing. Just a theory, but if you were to kill a Therian... What? I guess there's only one way to find out. Never mind. Good luck out there.
Okay, for a second there I thought Lafset wasn't gonna join us. But I guess Grimm's not gonna join us. Where's what's his name? Magalu's Malkim.
Take a look at this.
Level 10.
Alright.
Still haven't found a new area.
Show him how.
What? Lafset decided not to join us. That makes sense
I
though.
have to fight too?
Yes, you always have to fight. And next to Velvet too, because she's like that. Bien Fu, that's his name. That's who I was thinking of. Where is he? Also, we have to go all the way over here. Actually, there's probably an area we have to travel through. Wait, this is the way back. Whoops. Temple is over there. Hi.
Who are you?
The innkeeper's daughter. I happened to overhear you all talking about going to Palamedes and...
Did you report us to the Abbey?
Report? But you already have an exorcist with you.
If you have any business, talk with her then.
I'm Eleanor Hume, an exorcist with the Abbey. How might I be of service?
I want you to look for someone. A mother and her child went to visit the Abbey grounds, but they haven't returned.
They've both gone missing?
Yes. The mother's name is Mahina. She's a priestess of Aminoch. And her little daughter's name is Kamoana.
Hold on. If she's a priestess of Aminoch...
Right. Ever since the Abbey booted her out from the temple, she's been regularly going back to make her objections heard. But one day, she never returned home. And now her daughter has disappeared too. I can only assume that she went to go look for her mother.
And you believe they're being held at the temple?
Oh no, ma'am. I just can't imagine Mahina would abandon her daughter like that. Kamoana is next in line to succeed her, so she's had a strict upbringing, but her mother truly loves her. Please forgive Mahina for her protests. I was just hoping you could use the Abbey's resources to track them down.
I will do everything in my power to find them.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Like Kamoana, I grew up with only my mother as family. I can't help but worry for them.
Of course.
Let's be off, Miss Exorcist.
You know what? I relate so much to Eleanor right now. But not because of the mother-daughter thing, but because of the dealing with someone who thinks that you're a representative of an organization that they trust or try to think highly of. There's a lot of pressure to answer properly when you don't know what you're supposed to say.
Eleanor, what's your game here?
The mother and daughter, you mean? That's on me. I'll search for them myself.
I don't care about that.
Well, what then?
Why are you actively helping us decipher the book, when we're using it to thwart the Abbey's plans?
You think I might be deliberately misleading you? Laying a trap of some sort for you all?
Are you?
I think you're a lot of things, Demon, but foolish is not one of them. I want to know the truth. I want to know what Lord Artorias is trying to accomplish. And there's something happening in the world right now. I want to know what it is. Unfortunately, little old Eleanor has never been deemed trustworthy enough to be given such information. So, my only option is to find out for myself.
You've got the soul searching down at least.
The Abbey and your band of rogues follow two different paths, but something tells me either will lead me to the same destination.
And so you don't see any need to lie to us?
Exactly.
And what'll you do if those truths don't line up cleanly with what you believe?
I'm not sure yet.
As honest an answer as any. Either way, it looks like you'll be working with us for the near future.
Yes, for now.
Hey, could I ask you something?
What is it?
About the Therians. I've heard you call yourself a Therian before. Is there any particular insight you have about them?
No, none. Artorias said I was one, that's all.
And that doesn't bother you?
Does it bother you?
Nope, not at all. If you're not worried, then neither am I.
I'm surrounded by freaks.
You are one, Velvet.
But was that truly the reason Ceres chose me?
So she knows she's a Therian. Thought the game had forgotten about that plot point.
Velvet keeps picking
There
on
you are,
Madame
Bianfu.
Eleanor. They're total opposites, so I know they're just gonna clash sometimes, but Velvet takes it too far.
You really think they're totally opposite?
If Madame Eleanor is a white lily, then Velvet is a black rose. If Madame Eleanor is a soaring Pegasus, then Velvet is a wolf in the shadows. If Madame Eleanor is a plate of spaghetti carbonara, Velvet is squid ink noodles with seaweed.
I don't follow you completely, but I think I get the point.
I'm sure you understand. The two have nothing at all in common. And since they don't share anything in common, some fighting now and then just can't be helped.
Well, they both have beautiful hair.
Okay, but we're talking a noble exorcist and an aloof demon.
Eleanor sometimes treats you coldly, and Velvet has helped me more times than I can count.
Madame Eleanor gives herself fully to the salvation of others, but Velvet is bent solely on revenge.
That means they're both motivated by thoughts of others.
How is the cheerful and talkative Madame Eleanor at all the same as the brooding, taciturn Velvet?
Both of them talk to me when it's just the two of us together.
You're just trying to be contrary.
I'm only telling you what I've experienced.
Actually, I feel that Madame Eleanor isn't really reaching out to me.
It's alright if Eleanor doesn't want to talk to you. I'm here for you, Bienfu. You aren't alone.
That just makes me feel lonelier.
You two are opposites yourselves.
Huh?
Boys will be boys, I guess. Or kids should be kids, I should say. Because that was one of those useless discussions that we didn't really need to see. To be fair, it was optional, so, you know. Hawks. Just generic Hawks and they're a mid-game enemy. Ow! Man, I don't think I'll be able to do the dungeon, unfortunately. Not in this episode, I mean. Because, like, the first 40 minutes of this video has been just cutscenes and dialogue. We're finally doing fights, but
Ready for this?
can only remove so much of it. Huh. Where am I supposed to go? Be either way. We'll Don't go
You will need
left.
to be extremely wary.
Because the other way is the right way. That we're gonna go left. Wonder if there's another super powerful enemy we have to fight out in this area actually. Damn it! This was the right way, and like the right, which was the wrong way. Yeesh. Just a bunch of cat souls. Well, and a chest. But it's just a bronze chest. Still an amphibole fragment, so... really use some. Don't know what these lovely seashells are for. Probably for a recipe, actually.
Not bad.
You too.
That was fast. Ooh, a big octopus, or squid maybe. Thought I've gotten a gold chest. Hi. Express pendant. Okay. Let's see how tough you are.
We will need to be
Oh, it's the Kraken! That's where you went from Splatoon 2. Ow! Pretty powerful. Yeah, I may need to use my missing cards quite a bit. Especially now because it's hitting super hard. Where is it? How did you die so quickly, Roker? Mr. Guard time! Alright, still just lethal pain. Ow. Heal yourself real quick. Yeah, I have to use my Mystic cards because if I die, I lose all of my BG points used for the arts. Good thing they did that. Dead. You're dead. Ow. Come on. He has no HP left. Come on, finally.
I refuse to fall here.
And we don't get any experience out of that, of course. We do get some grade, though. Well, that wasn't too difficult. Just have to be careful of the super tough, super hard hitting attacks, basically. Still haven't found the next area. Okay, he's learned, I mean, Rokuro has learned some new arts, I think? Ultimate arts? Yeah, But this is his ultimate art, his mystic art, I should say. Well, it still is only mystic art. I do start to wonder when we're gonna get new mystic arts for the characters. Oh, here, got a new one right here. Hold left trigger during an 8-hit or higher combo. Okay. But does lethal pain override it? Do I have to like turn this off? I'm not sure. I was trying to... Oh, gain another cooking level. I was trying to make it so that Velvet used it previously because I thought maybe she's the one who has it, and then when I saw it didn't work, I was like, oh, maybe she's not the one who has it. But no, she is the one who has it. Just screwed up making it happen. Stun minus 20%. Oh, that's just straight up better than this. That's the case. Hold on. Yeah, now we can do Lizard's tail steak all the time. And yeah, now it just straight up gives us the 20%.
You sure you want me for...
Perfect. Someone to talk to over there, or just something of nature we have to notice.
We will need.
This rocky shore just keeps going. Just don't step on any sea slugs, okay?
Why not? What's the big deal?
It's just that it isn't pretty. Their insides squish everywhere.
Yikes. That sounds pretty traumatizing.
Then again, if you pickle their innards, it makes for a great snack.
You eat them?
Oh, don't be a baby. You've had worse.
Forget the sea slugs. Try not to step on the coral.
Good point. Coral is alive and needs our protection.
Or maybe it's because some of it can be sold for jewelry.
I didn't mean either of those reasons. Although Manon appears similar to Maclear Beach, it was formed by a completely different process.
Now that you mention it, this area is covered by rocks.
Maclear is just your average seashore. But Manon here was made by the slow corrosion of seaside caves.
They were worn away by the waves?
That too. But mainly, it was the handiwork of a rock-eating species of coral, known as ravening table coral. Stay in contact long enough, and they'll melt your flesh right off.
Ah, so that's why it tingles every time I touch the coral.
Why didn't you warn us earlier?
What about those lovely seashells then? So last time I went to left and it was the wrong way. Or the right way, I should say. Now I'm gonna go left and it's gonna be the wrong way. Hopefully. Looks like it's going the wrong way. That's not the wrong way. That's the right way. Like, it looks like it goes to the left when you look over there, but no, it goes to the right. Yep, figured.
We will need to be extremely wary. On my fiery beard! No mercy!
Yeah, see, it was over 8 hits and add over 4 BG, and it still just did lethal pain. I guess I have to deactivate lethal pain to make use of that 4 BG one. I only have this one activated, but yeah, it should work. It definitely should. We'll see. Because my control style is semi-automatic for what it's worth. Semi-automatic is good because
ready for this?
when you're standing idle, the game will automatically defend for you, which is very, very useful, especially in intense fight. But if it prevents you from doing the technique you're wanting to do, then that's a little awkward. What's inside this chest? Asmodeus earrings. So... well, much less magic, but... yeah, much less magic, but... increases the other magic for what it's worth, so... we'll look into it later.
A foe worth killing.
What? Why does it do lethal pain again? Add 4 BG. Ah, it's weird. Even though I deactivated it, I guess it's only for the AI when you deactivate it in the menu. So there was no point to remove that. This does make you wonder how you're actually supposed to activate Annihilating Crash, though. Guess you have to use Break Soul or something? Plant. Red saffron.
Floppy said, have you been taking care of that rhino stag roast like a good boy? Of course. I make sure to feed it every night before I go to sleep, since it's nocturnal. How long are you going to keep on calling it a rhino stag roast? I don't know. It's a new kind of beetle, so it's gonna be hard to tell if it's really a rhino or a stag. You're asking a lot of questions. Bienfu, do you like bugs? Duh! I love rhinoceros and stag beetles both! What guy doesn't find them fascinating? Right? So which kind of beetle do you think it is? Rhino or stag? Oh, that's a tough question. But guess what? Miss Mogulu taught me a surefire way to tell. I didn't know there was a way to tell. Yeah, but if I do it, you gotta name it after me, alright? Come on! What guy doesn't wish he had a cool bug named after himself, right? And besides, Miss Mogulu told me that this technique is so good that it's only fair to have a bug named after you.
He's lying.
So what do you say, man to man? Come on, let's live the dream! Oh, all right. How can I say no to that? Besides, we all did work together to capture it anyway. Yay! Thanks, Laffy Set. All right, show me the bug and I'll tell you what it is. Miss Mogulu says you need to open up its outer wings and get a good whiff of the thin underwings.
I'm pretty sure I remember rhinoceros and stag beetles smelling really nasty under their wings.
Is it really that bad?
Why not find out for yourself?
No thanks. I think I'll pass.
Maybe you shouldn't do this after all, Bienfu. You probably just want to hog the name all to yourself. Well, too bad! A real man never goes back on his word. If it packs a mean punch, then it's a rhinoceros beetle. And if it smells really zesty, then it's a stag beetle. I don't know about this.
Just let him do it, Laffy. He's already volunteered.
I can do this? Just you watch! This smell is the most bad thing that ever batted it! Whoa! He fainted with his eyes still open! Hey! Wake up! Wake up, Bienfu! Miss Mogulu, nose literally exploded. He looks like he's having a bad dream.
Another skit.
I spy with my little eyes a kiddo who's spying at my bewitching waist. Oh, sorry. I just couldn't help it. What are those books anyway?
Oh, that's a great question. Since you asked, I'll reveal the secrets of my tomes just for you. On the right, I've got my household ledger in the back, and my magic encyclopedia in the front. That one I mostly use for oil blotting paper.
What's oil blotting paper?
It's a girl thing. The two on the left are my heavy book, which I use for flower pressings, and then my super pop-up book.
A super pop-up book?
When you open it, it pops out with the force of a raging river!
Lobster.
It has me cornered. I can just open it up.
You should probably
place it in
stop.
the wall, and pop! Instant getaway!
Also, I just realized that
The
Magilu
downside
has
is that
a
it's real
pretty
pain
dumb
to try to
skirt.
get closed
It's
again,
literally
so
books.
I haven't used it in years.
What about the book right in front?
That's actually layer cake.
Whoa, really?
Seared into its batter are precious bits of knowledge. Eating it is just as good for your brain as it is for your stomach.
Wow! I had no idea that was possible.
He's taking this so seriously, I almost feel bad.
All of your books are so interesting, Magilu. That's really cool.
There's no end to your curiosity, is there? What do you say? Want to take a closer look?
No!
Boy, would I.
If you really do, then say, Magilu, I want to get to know you better.
Magilu,
Velvet, where are
I
you?
want to get to know you better.
All right, I accept. I'll reveal to you my most private secret.
Velvet!
Wow, so that's
Oh,
what's on
God.
the other side of these books. I
Well, actually,
wouldn't
she's
have
wearing
ever
some kind of
guessed
underwear.
that.
What the? What are you doing with Lobbyset? He said he wanted to see, so I'm showing him. You have no right to stand in the way of his desires.
It's my job to protect him as his vessel, especially from someone so wicked as yourself. Also,
Where's
what
Velvet?
you're doing runs contrary to public decency.
Witches aren't supposed to be decent.
These bindings with the locks on them. This style used to be really popular during the Meliodas dynasty.
Now that I know you're such a bad influence for him, I'll be keeping a closer eye on you.
If you can't learn to take it easy, nobody's ever gonna want to marry you, you know.
Like you're a shining example of marriage material yourself.
Hey, Magilu, could you turn them over one more time? I want to see how the book's attached to your belt.
Yeah, sure.
Where was Velvet?
Hey, Magilu, I was wondering about that book you have on your waist. The one you called your heavy book, for flower pressings.
Your curiosity truly knows no bounds, does it, kiddo? Okay, nobody else knows this, but since you're so interested, I'd hate to leave you hanging. My heavy book, the one I use for flower pressings, is none other than a collection of Bienfu's poetry.
Bienfu likes to write poems?
Yep, you'd never guess it, but he's actually just about the best Moloch poet around. Some people even call him the Great Norman Poet. Here, I'll read you my favorite one. If there is something unimportant happening to the east, I'm made to go there and back. If there is something unimportant happening to the west, I'm made to go there and back. I can never rest nor be at peace. Every day my life is a living hell.
That's heavy stuff.
Isn't it? That's what makes it so good for pressing flowers. It's so wonderfully oppressively heavy.
Magilu, your face has gone all sinister looking.
Gosh, so many skits to do. We'll end the video when I find the next save point, which hopefully will be relatively soon. This video's been going on for well over an hour now. Very least I had that bonus boss fight I did. Oh, damn it. Silver chest. Just a garment I could have bought anywhere else, and that I probably got multiple versions of fighting these enemies. Get me out of here. Yeah, now I'm over here. There's a warp point right there, which we will use. So now these areas are connected. Want this? Red rosemary. No chest around here, so let's just have a move on. Hopefully the dungeon, quote unquote, ends after this area. I kind of doubt it though, considering we can't see the star then after this. Am I even going the right way? Yeah, I am. But no, because we know it's a new area that we have to find. We know that this dungeon then it doesn't end after this area, because otherwise the map would display a new area the other side. Instead it continues. Cat's chest, probably can open it. How many? Getting close to 200. And no, we don't get anything out of that one. Finally! After this huge area, we finally get to probably end the video, maybe. And there's another warp point right over there. You know the dungeons are getting too big when they're starting to get multiple warp points. Remember when they only had 2? And one more expedition. Did we find a new area? Yes! Barbados Archipelago, whatever. Yeah, we got everything from this one, so...
Show them how I freed.
Let's see what's over there. I don't know what's up with all these skills that like are shown that are being applied to the editions. It makes no sense at all for me. You just press a couple of buttons and it finds some stuff for you after half an hour. Well, maybe it finds some stuff for you. Occasionally you don't get anything.
How about it, Laphicet? Picking up on anything?
Yeah, in the direction of the temple. The feeling's getting stronger now.
Cool. Be kind of cool if you were somehow playing as Laphicet as the overall character. It would actually like cause the controller to rumble or something. Anyway, yeah, to just do that. Gotta make sure the teleporter is active. Another waistcoat. Basically just ignoring all the enemies, because they're actually kind of weak now. Like, the characters say, oh man, we're in trouble now, but I always like just combo them to death. Hardly deal any damage, and you know, yada yada. Save point, please. Where's the save point? Ah, there it is. Okay, hope you've all enjoyed this video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.